Hi friends, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In the previous video, we have seen how to get the active posts through the map state to props we have seen, right? And also we have added a debugger here so that what is happening. So whenever we are trying to refresh, so it is calling for the first time. Okay, fine, to get the active post, it's not a problem. Again, it is calling for the second time. That is nothing but the count data. Whenever we are getting the count data, then again it is calling. And now it is displaying the data. Now when I am trying to increment the counter as before, so there is nowhere concerned with the code here. So the code, the logic what we have written to get the active post, the count variable we are not using anywhere the count variable. So that means, so when the count is updated, so there is no need for us to execute this logic, right? But now if you try to see, when you click on increment, immediately get active post is checking. So that means what is happening here is, so whenever the state data is updated, so okay, whenever we are updating the state data, so here we are updating any state data, either post or filter or count. So whatever the components we are using this map state to props, everything will be checked once. So that means if any variable in the post data is updated, means every time in every component map state to props will be executed and the update will run again. So for that reason, what is happening is we are updating the count variable, immediately map state to props is executed in this component. So this post is calling the function get active post. So for that reason, get active post is also executed. So this issues a lot of performance thing. So this causes a lot of performance issue while so unnecessarily the components will be re-rendered when the props are always changing. So if any state data, if any some particular state data is changed, if the component is nowhere concerned with that state data, means so unnecessarily the component will be re-rendered. So in order to overcome this one, so we will be using the selectors concept. So the selector concepts uses the memoized functions. Okay, so the memoized functions means the functions, the arguments. So if the arguments doesn't change, okay, if the arguments data doesn't change, so it will not execute the logic. So if until and unless the arguments, the parameters, whatever present in the memoized functions is changed, means then only the logic will be executed. In the same scenario, we will be using the selectors in the Redux concept. So for using this selectors things, we need to install a library that is nothing but the Reselect. So it will be using the Reselect library for the creation of the selectors. Let's install the Reselect library. So the Reselect library is successfully installed. So why we are using this Reselect library? So in order to create these memoized selectors, so memoized functions, the selectors things, so we need to use the Reselect in the Redux. So now we have installed the Reselect. Let's try to add the same functionality as a selector. Now I am creating a new folder in the store as the selectors. Okay. Now in this selector, what I will try to do, I will create post selectors. Okay. Otherwise post selectors, whatever the name you want, you can give. So here what I will try to do is, so here I will be having something like export constant get post. Okay. So you will be having something like get post is equal to state and state dot post. Okay, so this is first one, and export constant, what I can say, get filter is equal to state dot filter. Okay, so these are the two things, so which will do. And now what I will be trying to do here, so here we will be having export constant get active post. Okay, so this is the thing what I will be trying to develop. So get active post is equal to, we will be using createSelector. Okay, so we will be using createSelector. This should be imported from the Reselect. So now in this createSelector, what you will be having, so you will be having array of the selectors, that is nothing but the get post. So using this get post and the get filter. Okay, using this get post and the get filter, and this one will take a second argument as the thing. So whichever you are passing here, the selectors is nothing but the get post and the get filter. These things will be received as a post and the filter here. Okay, now you will be writing the method here. You understood, right, this one? So we are having the create selector method, and in this create selector method, so first parameter is nothing but the array of the selectors. So whatever the selectors we need, we are taking the array of the selectors. And the second one will be a function which are taken as the input, so they are passed as the parameters here. Now what I will try to do, so let's try to copy this whole code, switch off this one all. Okay, now let's paste it here. So I have pasted here. So we are having the get post, and this get post, what I will try to do here, I will try to remove this all code. Okay, so I will remove this all code. So this get post, from where I will be taking, so I will be taking it from the selectors, and there is no need for us to pass this entire thing. Just I will pass the state, whatever the state we are having here, just I am passing the state, so that these selectors will be receiving the state, and this one will be, so it will be sent as a parameter here. So now let's try to see the output. So I am adding here one debugger. Okay, so I am adding here the debugger. So let's try to see the output. So if I try to see, first time it went to the selectors to get the data. Okay, fine. So fine, only one time only it went. So we are able to see, right? Only one time only debugger we are able to see. Now I am clicking on the increment. So if I click on the increment, see, it is not at all going into the selectors thing again. So that means when I am incrementing the counter also, so the logic is not executing to get the posts again. Why? Because here the variable is not at all concerned. So for example, if you are having something like get count, you are having means, so if you are using the count means, so for example, let's try to see get count. Okay, so I am using the count here. So we are having one selector, and here this one will take the count. I will use this get count as a third parameter here, and this one will be receiving this one as here. Okay, so now for getting this post, this thing, this get active post is dependent on the three variables, that is nothing but the post, filter, and the count. So now let's try to see the output here. So I have refreshed this code here. So let's try to refresh the code it again. So now I have refreshed this code. So now we went to the debugger. Okay, fine, not a problem. So we went to the debugger. Now I am pressing on the increment count. So now you will be able to here see that the count, I am increasing the count. So if I click it here, again it went to the debugger. See, now why it went to the debugger? Here the variable, the function, the method, whichever the method, the memoized selector, whichever we are creating, is depend on the three variables: post, filter, and the count. So whenever any change in these three things state occurs, means immediately this method will be executed. So now we can, so for everything it will be executed. So fine. So now the count is nowhere concerned with this one. So now let's remove this count. So now if I try to rerun it again, okay, so if I try to rerun it again, so now here if I click on the increment, now see, so it is now nowhere entering into the debugger here. So this is the usage of the, what we can say, the selectors concept. So now here we have used the create selector. Okay, we have used the create selector concept to increase the performance. So to avoid the re-rendering of the components, whoever are using the map state to props, so that unnecessary re-rendering we can avoid this one using the selectors. So now you understood about the usage of the selectors in the ReactJS. So if anyone asks why we need to create the selectors, we already in NGRX we have created a selectors. In Vue also we have created the selectors. The same scenario here also we need to use the selector options in order to avoid the unnecessary re-rendering of the components. Hope you understood about the create selector. In the next video, what I will try to do is, if you want to send a parameter to the create selector, for example, here we are getting all the what we can say post data. So that means the post is available from the state and the filter is also available from the state. But I need to get particular post.id is equal to some ID. So if I want to get that particular post ID, so that ID is a dynamic. So that will be getting from the props from the component. So if in that case, in that scenario, so how you will be doing? So how you will be doing the create selector? Let's try to see that one in the next video. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.